Doesn't it look like Uncle D if you look at it really, if you squint your eyes and then you realize, oh,
yeah,
it's Uncle Lou.
Hey everyone, it's Leanne, and today we are heading to Continental Shopping Center between Hazelbridge and Canby. Even though it's not much of a shopping center anymore, I think mostly people just come here to eat. We're going to this little place right here that's opened up quite recently. I'd say less than half a year ago, but it's already gotten quite a buzz in Richmond, and it's called Uncle Lou, even though it totally looks like Uncle D. You really can't miss it. The front looks very festive and flowery, almost like a year-round Chinese New Year celebration. Uncle Lou is a Taiwanese restaurant which, considering that Richmond is home to many bubble tea cafes that are also known to sell Taiwanese food and snacks, I'm surprised that it has managed to separate itself from that category. I didn't expect the menu to look so lovely, but I guess considering how the outside looked, it shouldn't have been much of a surprise. So looking through the menu, it seems that they do sell a lot of items that are similar to bubble tea places such as Pearl Castle, Bubble World, ST, etc. They had Taiwanese style fried items, noodles, combo meals, hot pot, and then also drinks as well. But I did come here for one thing in particular today, so I wasn't really paying much attention to everything else that was on the menu. Found it! From what I've heard, Uncle Lou makes a pretty nice pork hock, and it comes in a variety of flavors, so that was what I was determined to try today. Uncle Lou isn't a very big restaurant, but they certainly spent time in making it look nice and grand. Just looking up at the ceiling alone, I felt like I was transported to a Chinese dynasty with all the pretty lamps. And then on one side of the wall there are these impressive looking block Chinese words, which I unfortunately didn't get to find out what they said. Reading an online review, the taro milk tea was highly recommended, so I decided to give it a try. The size was big, but it tasted a little powdery to me, and I think Leisure does a way better job of it. Well, I'll have to review Leisure for you guys soon so you can compare the difference.
Wow, 好香啊! See that shine on there? The fan reminds me of like the boiling point rice. And there's a bit of siu choy. I'm sure that's pickled radish. Some more veggies and some tofu. So that's what the entire combo looks like, and that's the $8.95 one, I think.
I wouldn't consider myself a diehard fan of pork hock, and I wasn't sure what to expect when it came to the table. But I have to say, by the time I was picking up pieces for the camera, I was ready to dive in.
It almost isn't like too thick or anything, it just kind of coats everything. The pork's actually really tender, so they probably braise it for a little while, because usually with meat, if you don't braise it long enough, it ends up being really tough. Especially with like stuff like the skin, because the skin tends to be a little thick as well. You can really like taste the what's it in English? Kwak kao yuen. Kwak kao yuen. That's like really good for your skin. I'll voice over it in a little bit and tell you what kwak kao yuen means in English. Yeah, pretty much it's a really good dish, and it's great with rice.
It was a little noisy at the restaurant, so I'm sorry if you had trouble hearing my review. The main points to take away though were the pork hock was very tender, which is hard to make because it takes a long time to braise, and it went really well with rice. So I would definitely recommend you come try this dish. Taiwan is also known for their beef noodle soups, so we decided to see how Uncle Lou's soup was compared to Ding Tai Fung, because we also had beef noodle soup there. As you can see, their beef is sliced thinly as opposed to Din Tai Fung's beef, which were in chunks, but the noodles are way thicker, which I think is what's more common in traditional Taiwanese beef noodle soups. The broth looked very rich though, and my friend and I agreed that it had a bit more kick in terms of spice than the Din Tai Fung one, but the Din Tai Fung broth had a more medicinal flavor. Dun, 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 dun. I have a very loving relationship with yim so gai, which is Taiwanese fried chicken chunks or chicken nuggets on most menus. It's one of my favorite things to order at a bubble tea cafe, so I have pretty strict standards about them. One of the signs that the chicken isn't going to be too bad is when I see, I want to say basil leaves incorporated, and some places cut the pieces too big, but this one seems to be quite even and nicely coated. The flavors, I have to say, were a little on the average side. I've certainly had worse, but I wouldn't crown this spot my #1 favorite. They do look appetizing in this lighting though. So the total for this meal was $30.40, and honestly though, I was so stuffed at this point, we had to take most of the chicken home. Overall, I can certainly see the appeal of Uncle Lou. It has a more restaurant-y atmosphere than other bubble tea places, and their pork hock, I will come back for you. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. Please subscribe and I'll see you next video.